Good day, everyone. Welcome back. I'm hoping to do some gauges, so that ought to be a fun one. I have a pretty good bit to cover. Basically a six-pack. I'd like to get the six-pack going, and then we have some HTMLs, but I don't know if we'll get to those. I think a six-pack plus, and I'll put this gauges. This is just kind of my that's the way I kind of notate things. Like here's the code. And notice it doesn't have a closing statement, but it makes sure I get it in the right component ID. And this would be the naming. The naming. This is the actual. This is what you want to name the component or the node. And this is what you name the animation itself. And same thing here. So we'll cover airspeed, vertical speed, altimeter, heading indicator, magnetic compass, turning bank, and an attitude indicator. Hopefully we'll get there. Let's get started. And let's see, I already opened it up, and I did get inside here, so so we can see them. If you haven't made your glass, if you're following along, you can make your glass invisible. That's already been covered, actually. I think I'll hide that for a minute. And what are we going to start on top of the list? So airspeed, and I'll update the by the time this video comes out, I'll have this this text, to follow along with in the extras. Download this, the references. All right, let's see. Okay, we're gonna want to set up an airspeed. So first thing, we got to get the deal center, the origin. Vito, that's his glass, so let's get rid of the glass. Base, perfect. Let's set origin to geometry. Now that seems odd, but is what it does is it gives me a spot dead in the middle of the, I'm working with the needle, but I want a spot dead in the middle of the face. So that gives us a dot there. Now we can Shift S, cursor to selected. Now that is the dot. Well, see, our needle is pretty darn close from what I can see. Oh, that's perfect. I can live with that. Let's select the needle, origin to 3D cursor. Now we're cooking. So now we can rotate it around the precise center of the dial. Let's move it around up to 0. Hard to even read. This is not high quality gauges. This is what comes with the download, so that's pretty cool actually. Okay, we'll set it to 0. Yeah, and the airspeed, effectively, like you want it to go to whatever the speed it tells you to, right? So in this code, all of this code that that's in here, this all came out of the official folder somewhere. 90% of this came out of the C152 model XML, and I just dig through the model XML and find the airspeed, and then we adjust it. And like I think, no, actually this airspeed came from the it'll either be the 152, the Savage Cub, which are I just use those because they're simple, basic aircraft. Probably be a little less code to sift through, or the DA62 in this case, because that's the aircraft that we use to pull configs from. All right, so we'll set a key here, and we only need rotation, so we already have that right. And then we're going to go to 220. Now, actually, 20. I may actually go to 240. Nah, I already set my code to 2. I didn't put the code in, so we'll have to do that, yeah. We'll set the animations up first, I guess. So, you can go all the way from 0 to 220 and set a peg, but it's going to be it's going to be tricky. But let's go ahead and do that now. That's probably the best way to go all the way to 220. And on the airspeed, I use 1-to-1. You could half that. It's a ratio that's important. But you could have that, but it's real easy, and I'll show you why in a minute. You'll see why it's really a good idea just to use 1-to-1. See, I should go to 240 because it's what's going to happen is if you break 220, it's going to just dead stop, and they don't necessarily do that. And we'll make them linear. All right, let's see it. All right, well, it goes from 0 to 220 just fine. That's great. But let's look. Since it's 110, 110 would be the halfway point. But let's go to 100 because we're going to go and see how far it's off. So, a lot of people will say every one, but I don't necessarily key it at every nautical mile per hour. I would say every 10 or even every 20 nautical miles an hour should be plenty. I mean, if we'll do every 20 to start with, and then we'll go up from there. Let's see. I see this one's right there, maybe. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm not being super precise, as with any of them. I'm just, but we're going to go every 20 and then look at some of them. We may have to throw in extras. I mean, the more you put in there, the more accurate it is, and the better it is. So, for the sake of this, we're just going to do 20 to start with and see. I would probably go every 10 if I were doing a 80. And that's pretty close on the 80. Basically, that's it. And it's pretty straightforward on this one. That's 120. I get confused. Yeah. Okay. That looks. And get out here and you can do a lot more accurate. Like I say, I'm not being super tight on my settings here, and I should be. Okay. Now we have, and so now it's going to be a lot closer. That's off a fuzz. Half a knot there. 70 looks pretty good. You could go in. I would probably, if this were a real project, I would probably go in and do every 10 just for good measure. I do really think we ought to. Go up to 240, and I'm just gonna guess there, there, there. let's call that 240. And that's just something I like to go past the last number. Just makes it. So now it'll go up to, and the 240 may not be accurate or whatever, but you see it, so it's cool. All right, and that's it. I say that's it. Let's throw that to a deal, and from my so we still need to add the code yet, but we'll name in this case both the animation and the object. Some of the objects I simplify the name a little bit so you can actually see what it means. Like I could take needle out of that object name. Just have instrument airspeed. Actually, seems like a pretty good idea. Whereas I know I may be messing up. You know what? Let's not do that. I am using the templates. What I have in my paperwork is tested, so don't mess with it if it works. Alright, next instrument. Wrong paper here. The vertical speed. Here we're just going to do 100 with a 50 bias. Okay. I'll hide that. I can select the face. Shift S. Cursor to selected. It's hard to see there in the lighting, but it looks like there we go. But that needs to move over just a fuzz. Oh. Set origin to geometry. That'll work. Center was probably in the world origin. There we go. Now we can set origin to the dot. Perfect. Now we know that'll spin around the center. It's quite on center. This is a 50 axis, so we'll go to our 50. And set a keyframe. A rotation is all we need. And down first, and again I'm just going. I mean, I literally have a notation on my thing here, because so we'll go down first, all the way to that 20, and that would be what, 2,000 feet a minute decline. All right, set a mark there. Always make sure they're linear. If I forget, you know, don't make a mistake like I'm doing. Go up to the 100. Go around to our 2,000 foot per minute climb. Set a node. And we'll go that to our thing, and same thing. We're pulling. This time I did change it a little bit. I removed the needle. Oh, I did on the airspeed too. I just didn't copy it right. So actually, where's my airspeed? So yeah, these don't necessarily have to be the same. In other words, I used that just to make it so if it's closed up, I can find it easier. Some of them, you know, they get so long you can't read them. So I need to do the copying out of here. Where am I? Here. That goes there. Bottom is your animation. The top is the object. So copy that. And the reason I like to do that one, because if you do the top one, it'll move. Alright, so now we got the got that one. Time for the altimeter. Okay, it's basically a 360. We got 3 different animations to set up. Glass. Rid of that. Face. Set origin to. That didn't work. Alt H. Maybe this part. There we go. That'll do us. Trying to find something with a center in the center here. Alright, cursor to selected. There we go. Now, on these, you actually have 3 different settings. Wrong screen again. Just for your main animation, and these are the only ones. I'm not going to set up the rings. I mean, it's just more of the same. So we have the large fat needle, which is our 1000. We'll set it up first, but it's basically exactly 360, obviously. Why am I not? Oh, okay. I haven't set origin to cursor. And that gets it to spin around the center or the pivot and also be dead centers. Same thing, this is maybe off just a fuzz. So we'll start it there. Set a keyframe. 0. At 360, you could go all the way to 360, but I kind of cheat on these, and you know, you don't have to, or certainly don't have to. But I'm going to split it in half and go 2 to 1. So I'm going to go to 90, which will be halfway, and then I'll go straight down. Set a keyframe. Go ahead and make sure they're linear. And go to 180. And come back up around to the center. Zip. Alright. That's not bad. We certainly want to do at least another one at the halfways. Looks pretty good. Now they tell you to put 360 or, yeah, 300. What, 45, 135. But yeah, I don't see any, heck, I don't even need these quarter marks, but even on, like on compasses, I do the same thing. I'll go to the 180 and I'll put quarter marks in there, and unless there's something wrong with that, I don't see why that would matter. I could be wrong. I hope this doesn't come back and bite me in the end. But there we go. Alright. Let's just hide that one. Okay, we have that one. This, before we hide that one, wait a minute. I'm messing up here. I need to set that to a to an animation here, to a non-linear, and that's our 1000 one, isn't it? No, it's the 10,000. Alright. So I got 2 different names here. Again, you could use the same one. I think they do. I want to use the needle name first. Again, I'm just pulling this one from here. I'm naming the object. Ah, wait a minute. There we go. That's where that one went. I didn't get it in the right spot. There we go. Right. I see. I remove the needle because otherwise all you see is instrument, needle, altimeter, and you can't tell which is which. Same down here. You can't read any of it. What's what. So I kind of change them. All right. I'll go ahead and hide that one. And then this is long. I got the wrong ones. But this is what I want to be. I need to move that. I sure do. I need to adjust that. I'm changing my paperwork up here. Huh? Each of them is going to look a little different, but there we go. I'm going to change them around to better match. Alright, so this one is actually going to be set origin to 3D cursor. There we go. Forgot that part. This one is actually going to be my hundreds because I like it. And notice it's all black. It's not going to be easy to read. Something's wrong with the UV setup. Let's set a mark there and go to 90 because again it's the same 360, but I'm splitting it. Go to the 5 there. There we go. Back around to the. No, that didn't help. Gotta move this first. Around to the 0. And that's that one. Alright, and throw that one up to, where is it? Here. Alright, throw that one up to there. This is our 100-foot stuff, so let's copy it from this source. I mean, I may be setting the wrong needle for the wrong purpose or whatever. Do it correctly if I am. Okay, now we have our 1000. Where's our other one? Thought I just said it. Huh. Getting lost here. There it is. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't seeing it. Okay, so that's that one, and the final one. set origin to 3D cursor. That one. Move my frames first. To the 90. Linearize those puppies. The snow. And you shouldn't be saying close enough if you're doing legit stuff here. And then I don't think I did the second one on a 45s. I really do like to have them. These aren't, I mean, these are, if you get it centered right, they tend to be right on your middle marks. And if that needle is a little out, then that'll really cause you some issues. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, we'll go to there, and then I'm gonna unhide it and make sure that middle one. What is it here? No, I didn't. Let's go ahead and set those middle marks on this roof. Yeah, didn't move them any. That one might could come down just a buzz, you know, if you were being more accurate, which I do suggest you do if you're working on a long-term project, right? Alright, that's the altimeter. Let's see, where are we at now? That's 3 or 4 more. Oh, excuse me. Alright, on to the heading. Now we still have to obviously add all this stuff. We haven't done any of the animations. I should have I normally do the animations first, but I got ahead of myself. And again, I like to remove that part from, you know, and this has cylinder and all that, just so it's a little more obvious over here, because when you close them up like this. What am I doing? To unhide everything for fun. Heading indicator. Wow. That one had 2 pieces of glass on it. Okay. And that is what we want to turn. There is. Edit undo. Oh, I just did it, so I don't need to do anything else. Okay. Yeah, that one's good to go. And we'll start it at 360 or 0, however you want to set it. But it's a keyframe. Again, this should be 360, but I'm going to do it 2 to 1. Why is it? It always gets in that one little notch that you don't want to. Looks like we're off top to bottom. That means we're out of center somewhere, somehow. And we'll go to 180. I'm sure somebody will probably come in here and tell me why you can't split them, which would be cool. If there's a reason, I'd sure like to know. I mean, and I would see the whole thing's a little lower than it needs to be according to the markers here, but that's still straight. It's off the exact same on both sides, so we're gonna go with it. I would fix that. I'd have to move the whole barrel or the needle. That's what you'd have to move, is the needles down, whatever layer the needles are on. I'm not going to figure that out right now, though. There we go. And that's it. And it's, notice it's the barrels. So now we throw that to a linear. And again, we're just, this will be the object name, and this will be the animation name. So, NLA track. There we go. Next one. It's compass. And that's, I should put, magnetic compass. This puppy. There we go. And it's that part right there. We're just going to set origin to geometry. And it's like a cylinder, obviously. I want to get straight on, so I'm looking right over that axis at the end, because we're going to assume it's straight at 0. Same difference, 360. We're going to split it in half. So we'll go there, we'll go to our 90. And I got to, yeah, we can see the needle. See, I got to get right there to see. So, oh yeah, this way. Around to the south. Hard to adjust it this side from straight on line. Together. Where I want it. These may very well have a little bit of. Hopefully our 45s will work. You got to put more than those in. It gets to be an issue when you're cutting them in half. It's great if you use 360 total, then you can split, you know, in between west and south real easy. These, it's a little. That looks perfect. Looking good enough for me. There we go. Now where is this one? Uh-oh, I forgot one of them. They're dead. This is the one we're working on. Let's set it. I must not have put the heading instrument in there. Alright, copy the magnetic compass. One is it? There. And this is what I got out of the. In other words, I swipe this from, say, the 152, and then I'll load the 152 up using the other Blender version I have, and pull this name right out of the NLA track that they used in it. Now, they also double that up right here, but I kind of changed. I could. All right, now which one was the last one? I need to do the heading indicator. I never did push it to a just see, there it is right here. Make sure I'm on the right thing. Yeah. Wrong buttons. Sorry. Yeah. All right. So there's the heading indicator. I never actually pushed it into a thing here. So heading indicator. What? On the right thing. Push that in there. Where's my paper? Yeah, I never pushed this data into the NLA. Well, I'll be amazed if half of this works. Alright, where are we? Normally I don't ever do it this way. I mean, normally it's I got the turning bank and the additive. Normally I always, and if the TMB is cool, we got to set up two different things for it. Can't really use, I don't think. That one doesn't have the right thing, does it? Alright, Alt H. Yeah. Like that. That's not bad. I can live with that. Get it? Oh yeah. Okay. Where's my notes? I gotta look at those. Left first, 50% bias. So we'll set our 50% bias first. And by left first, I'm just saying that. And this would be maybe 50 degrees. Let's go with 50. I'm not sure what that's supposed to have been. Should be some research done here. I'll leave that up to you guys. Alright. And I'm not sure exactly how this works or if I'm doing it right, but I then set this up and tie it to the same thing. Oh, wait a minute. I need to tie that one in first. So yeah, I need to shoot this into the NLA before I set up the other one. I can't wait until my new mouse gets here. So this is the turn coordinator bank. And then we have the turn coordinator ball. And they're both the same animation. I may not be doing this exactly right. I swear. Wouldn't move the scroller. Got enough, and then move all the other stuff. Alright, let's go back to this. What do we got here? Okay, here we need location and rotation. And we'll set it for 50. Go to 0. There. Okay. It does that. Get rid of all this crap. Wait a minute. I need to get it. I'm just going to undo and get out of this. I'm not sure if I... Okay. Set this to quaternion. Huh. Okay. Back on our mark. Why am I not seeing it now? I guess if I grab it with the mouse, it hides in the texture, so I guess I'll do it that way. Oh. There we go. I'm thinking that texture must be tilted a little bit, so. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Still not right. I might have to ignore this. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I didn't have this trouble last time. Promise. There we go. Alright. Not be this hard. Oh. There we go. Wasn't holding my nose right or something. See if I got it too far up on the right and not the left. Yeah, I think that one ought to be up just a little more. I'm not going to worry about it. That's it. Let's go that up here and back to our. This is the ball, so we'll use the same animation track. B. And then this. Alright. And I think this is the last one, is the edited. Now, I'm not gonna hide that. I'm not gonna use that, so I'm gonna hide it for right now. I might have to put the glass back. We'll see. Nope. Perfect. Shift S. Cursor to selected. What do I need that for? This one. Roll mesh, that's it. So set origin to geometry is what I already did. Never mind. Alright, this one doesn't matter. We can just go to geometry on both of these. I don't need the dot. Alright, let's go with this one first. It's going to be a bias, I think. Let's see, where's my notes here? Yeah, 150% bias. left and right first. So we'll go to 50. We only need rotation here. Does it look right there? Actually go right there. And left first. I'm not sure which way. I think I meant left like that. No, that would be right, wouldn't it? This would be a left bank. I don't know. I'll probably get this wrong no matter how we do it. Never did settle for linear. Okay. And then the other one set you could do just location, but I only do for some reason I just use rotation and actually that could go. That one isn't dead on center. I'm off just that much, or it's not center. Anyway, you're going to want to set those a little better again. Alright, and then down first, so we'll go down to our 20, which is actually 2,000 foot descent. And I'm not going to swear these are right either. I may be doing these wrong. I get them to move. I haven't gotten them tested or verified they're accurate. I mean, I've tested all the common ones, but not this. Yeah, these two, I'm not very certain about. Everything else is good and tested. The vertical speed reads right, and so on and so forth. Okay. Well, should throw that to the. I skipped another one, didn't I? Alright, well, let's get this one first. That's why they're not going to work right. You just watch. Oh, okay. So that's the other half of this that I skipped. All right, now we're on the pitch. Oh, I wished it wouldn't do that. Why does it say roll on the pitch? Am I in the wrong one? I am. That's the attitude. Yeah, I will. I will be amazed if I get this one all right. And now this is the pitch. Alright, where are those? Turn coordinator, ball time, bank. Yeah. Ball. That's pitch, and that looks like pitch. And that's bank. And that's bank. Okay, I think it looks like I got them right. Alright. Now that should be our gauges. Here, let's save. Export that. I know, we still have to put all this animation in our code before we can build. Let's see, let's just throw it right at the top. You can put it at the top or the bottom. You know, just before you want to put it inside this behaviors, as long as it's anywhere in this behaviors bracket. Alright, so we're going to put it right here. I'm just going to give me some extra lines so I don't get lost here. And airspeed indicator is all by itself. So I'll paste that one in there. I don't know why I don't have the right number of tabs. Okay. And I don't have a closing comment for it, so I need one of those. Alright. Now basically, see, I put an opening statement just so I know where it goes. Like these will all go in the same opening statement. That's the only one that's different. So these we only need one opening statement. My mouse is really becoming a bother. Alright. Okay, and that works. Now we just need the rest of those. That's the vertical speed, altimeter. The 3 we need for the altimeter is, no, we don't need anything with it. We just need these. We only need the code now because we already have the component started. Same with the heading indicator. We only need the code. Magnetic compass code. And again, this is straight out of the, I mean, if you look for that dial compass, you'll find it in the 152, and basically this is all it is. Use template. And all you got to do is know what to put right there. That's the, you know, that matches that template. And if those two things line up, it works. Compass. We're still in instruments, so we're continuing along in instruments. And the last one has a little bit of extra stuff. I'll be glad when my new mouse gets here. My center button is all screwy. Oh, I guess I got that one set a little bit. There we go. Now we have all of that. Now I want to close this component. Okay. Now there's all of our instruments. Let's see. And we can get rid of any spaces. Save that. Cross our fingers. Like I said, I will be absolutely amazed if this actually works. If all of it works. I'm sure a couple of them will. At least two will. I wouldn't bet on more than that. I mean, normally I'll just do a couple of them and go test them out. But I've kind of gone through in these, these little cheat sheets I'm making up. I know what the notation is. That's, that's the animation, and that's what I like to name the object. But you don't have to. This has to be right. This works with this template, and if you're going to use that template, then you got to have the animation names right. But these don't necessarily have to be. And our output, we'll go through that. I should have cleaned some of this up. Oh, 57 minutes or so. Actually, that's not bad. I expected that. I think that's like 7 instruments. I think it's all of the 6-pack plus 1 maybe, plus a magnetic compass, which, if you got the card compass, you don't really need that. Or not for the what's the quote classic 6-pack of instruments. But yeah, for me, like I say, for me, the biggest thing is trying to get all the right code and the right animation names. And some things there was one, for the doors. Trying to figure out how to open a door. and I did, but I don't have any samples to work with because asobo didn't do that. So I couldn't find any templates, and I'm sure they're there. Just because they didn't do it doesn't mean there's not templates. In fact, I found several bits of code for them, but I haven't found the one I need. So right now I found some off of FSDev for them, but it's custom code. So. Runway 16 straight out departure. But as long as it works. Come on, baby. There we go. Get rid of that. Now the speedometer moved. Airspeed live. Looks like the TMB is bouncing around. This thing is something. There we go. It just doesn't want to take off. Don't stall. Don't stall. Shouldn't be at a stall. I need to figure out. I got some, but yeah. We got vertical speed. At 10B, if you can see it. No, yeah, there it goes. I was gonna say that. There we go. Yeah, the needle's moving. And you can check. I guess I should show that how you check. Let's see if my altitude's right. It shows. Can't tell. I need to fix those textures. Better check my. Should be at about 11. Something's wrong on my altimeter. I must have got some of the needles mixed up or something. I don't know what I got going there, but I should be at about 2,000 feet, and I got nothing at the 2 mark. So the altimeter is definitely not working right. Let's see. Card compass 120. Well, they're showing. Alright, now we're going west. I may have those backward, I don't know. Let's see. I'm going east, so yeah, I got this one backward. That would have to be turned around. That one's right, so I gotta change my card compass. And I gotta figure out what's wrong with that. With the altitude. I bet I just got one of the needles doubled up or something instead of split up right. Of course, turning this one around is easy enough. Just throw it over keys, drag it back. 160. That seems high. All right, let me double check a couple of these for fun. And if you don't know, this is you're going to want to find this in your SDK, samples, Visual Studio, and create a link to it or whatever, so you can open it. This is a great little utility, which I'm kind of just figuring out here. For instance, we can check vertical speed. Right here, and we need feet per minute. Add a request and connect, and then that should match this. And airspeed. Same thing. Airspeed true. We need airspeed indicated. There it is. And knots. And what does that say we're done? Oh, I'm showing, what is that, 160? I'm off on my airspeed. Oh, no, there's the 160. That's 150. So, yeah. So, those are right. The altitude, you can tell, just log in, hit the B key at an airport, and it's supposed to be close to that elevation airport. But I can tell you, this is my region, and I should be at about 25, well, maybe closer to 3,500 feet now, 4,000 feet, and I don't see anything in the right spot here at the 3,000 to 4,000 mark. We took off at 1170, so yeah, that one I missed. I'll have to straighten these up, but you get the picture. And I'm not sure this TMB is all that correct. Or this one, for that matter. I'm liable to overspeed, and I don't even know what the overspeed is on this silly thing. Haven't gotten that far. Alright. Well, I gotta straighten out a couple. And I'll go through and look at them. See what we did. But I'm probably going to work on that off screen as far as actually testing. But let's see what we did. The two that was messed up was the altimeter Altimeter. That one's right. Oh, I don't even have a, where is the, I see what it is. I never set the third needle up. Huh. Okay. I guess I should set the third needle up, right? Okay. Not playing that silly game. Alright, there we go. Do we not have an animation for this? Alright, well, I found that one out. What was the other one that didn't work? Oh, we were backward here. That one we can fix easily enough. That's that one there, needle, instrument heading indicator. Huh. We got something messed up here. Yeah, we got the heading indicator set for this. Where's our heading? So I got clicked on the wrong thing there. Well, there's some errors that I made, but that I'll have to straighten out. Somehow I got tied to this with the heading indicator. So where's the heading indicator? That one. Instrument. So I don't have the heading indicator anymore. Oh, here it is. But it's tied to the wrong thing. Huh. I'll have to fix that. I'll be more careful and get them tied right, and they should work. That's why that's messing up. That may be what's messing well, that's what the two of those are messing up for. So I'll figure those out. Just disable them and start over. Don't save anything there. But yeah, that's basically it. And I'll add this this gauges, which gives you the code and the animation name, and that's the key part. That's the glue that ties it together between Blender and the game, as John said, the glue. And so there you go. And I do have I also have a listing of a few some backup gauges and the era Garmin G3X here that you can add real easy with the HTML gauges. COM radio, transponder from the, these are pulled out of the icon. But in this one, all of those three were pulled out of the icon. I think I got these out of the 172, or not the 208. But yeah, you can find all kind of code in the official folder. Like I said, the only thing I haven't actually found in there that I wanted, that I was looking for, was the doors. So I had to find those elsewhere. All right, well, I hope that helps. I wished I'd have gotten those right. I may have to redo this, but we'll see. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.